Ernest Hemingway said, so choosing is losing, because this is the dilemma of the life actually, and once you make a choice, once you choose something, you lose the other alternative. And most probably, and most of the time, you never know what you lose. When you choose, you don't know what you lose. The criteria here is you have to be happy with the end result of your choice. Just like everyone else, the ultimate goal of my life is to be happy. And yeah, there are different formulas of happiness, but mine is simple, or in that case, I've chosen a simple one. It's like learning plus fun brings you personal development. And if you develop yourself, your personality throughout life, that I think will bring happiness in any way. Of course, you have to earn some money as well in order to survive, on the other hand. But throughout the life, I just realized that if you are an ambitious person and if you are if you have an achievement personality, that money comes like a side benefit. Or, in other words, some people say that the best way of learning and enjoying at the same time comes with hobbies. So it's good if you can earn your life through your hobbies. In other words, or this is one of my life mottos, either you do what you like or you like what you do. If you earn your life on your hobbies, which is good, you're lucky. If not, you have to create a balance or a good combination between your business life and your hobbies, I say. This may come, this is like with the new jargon, work-life balance. So this is what I'm trying to do. When I start the business life, I try, as I said, to create that balance. And I just realized that there is a correlation between hobbies and business life, or a relation, or an interaction, whatever you call it. And I just try to explain now how I find this correlation. So this is the classic rallies. I'm a classic rally pilot, and this was my one of my first dedicated hobbies at the very beginning of my business life. I find it very interesting because I was always interested in classic cars, and I've learned a lot over there. But the most important thing I've learned over there was competition, and both fair and unfair competition. Apparently, if you just expect pure fair competition in your business life, most probably you will be disappointed in a sense. You just have to take this as a fact and then try to create your own style in order to deal with it. But however, to be honest, I just enjoyed this rallies, classic car rallies, not only because I've got Ladies Cup in Turkey in 2001 and 2005. Also, I've just realized that you can create a good network over your rallies in those kind of environments. And I met lots of new friends, some of my customers, new customers, and even my third husband as well. Yeah, you definitely need, hobbies can create a network, and if you ask me, you definitely need those networks in order to be successful in your business life. Another hobby of mine was skiing when I was a high school student. Then around my late 40s, I've just realized that the young generation preference turned to be snowboarding. And I said, okay, it looks like enjoyable, and I should somehow learn it. I've just tried to convince myself to learn it, but the deep inside, the reality was not only to learn another sports or gain a hobby. I was just trying to prove myself and everybody that I was still young enough to do it. Result, disaster. Lessons learned. Lessons learned. Yes, you have to know your limits and bravely stop doing something if you cannot go further than a mediocre. In short, never choose to be a mediocre. But that doesn't mean that you have to stay in your comfort zone. You cannot improve yourself, you cannot develop yourself unless you jump out your comfort zone. And this is what I did. And there you have to take risk, and you have to go with trial and errors from time to time. And this is what I did when I was planning to go to Machu Picchu. In order to go to Machu Picchu, you have to get a passport a year before you go there, because they only allow 10,000 people around from all around the world, because they just want to prevent the environment over there. With it so, I got the passport. I was so happy that at the end of the day I could go there, but just 3 months before the trip, the due date, I just got a meniscus because of another hobby. And I was really shocked. I should do it. And I went to a doctor, to a second one, and they both said the only way to get rid of it is to get an operation. And that means I couldn't do the trip. So what I did, I went to a third doctor, and I said, you know, I want to go to Machu Picchu and do whatever you can in order to send me over there, because I've got this passport and I have to use it. And this is my childhood dream anyway. So he first laughed, but then he prepared for me a very tough, very difficult physiotherapy session. So every night after work, I went there, I worked hard anyway. And there I was able to do it. And it was like a dream coming through. That was very challenging, because this is a trip you have to climb from 2,200 meters to 4,900 meters up. And this takes just this is a 4 to 5 days trip. And you're living in tents, etc. And each day you have to walk around 35 to 40 kilometers. And another challenge is that the oxygen over there is so limited, so less, that you cannot even take a breath, even when you were sitting. So in that conditions, I just climbed over there with that knee. But that wasn't the only challenge. Another challenge was just at the beginning. At the beginning of the trip, I just asked the guide, can I go back when I just realized that I cannot go up? He said, no. This is a one-way ticket. Okay. So you have to make a choice then. And I said, of course, I will go. At some point in your life, you have to listen to your heart and take that hard decision, take the risk, and in order to enjoy it. Otherwise, so you cannot do it. I did it, and I now can say that I did it. So I have a T-shirt. I'm a survival of Machu Picchu. Yeah, that's another hobby. I was interested in my mid-40s again. It's another challenge. 800cc. I now have another one, Triumph Street Triple, 110 horsepower. It's like a car, 250 kilos. I like it. I can do it. If no one could do it, I should try it. So that's the rule. And I did it. It's challenge. It's, yeah, if I summarize my life, it's just challenge. And it's my own challenge anyway. And I did it. I just want to mention the golden rule in motorcycling. There's a golden rule which says, where you look is where you go, or vice versa. Without changing the direction of the motorbike, if you just change the direction of your eyes, the bike automatically follows you. Where you look is where you go. And I think this is very similar in business life or in your private life as well. Last one. You should be a good team member, if not the leader of the team. And sailing, in my opinion, is the best choice you can make as a hobby in order to, to test your skills and abilities as a team member, as a team player, or as a leader as well. This is what we did. This is the team. We have lots of hobby clubs, as you can imagine, in the company. This is the sailing club, and we're trying hard. If I'm looking the hobbies like a project, or the projects I'm doing, I'm getting lots of ideas, opinions from hobbies as well. So if you're preparing for a project, you should first learn your environment. For sailing, which means the air conditions, weather conditions, the wind, etc., and that's very critical. And then you should know your boat, what is where, who are the team members, do they know each other, what kind of skill set the team has, and who's the leader, does the leader have enough skills, abilities, experience, and credibility, like what else, do you have enough resources, are the resources is the plan aligned with the resources and with the team? And do you have a time plan? And is it aligned with the resources? Do you have a real plan? Do you have a B plan? Do you have a C plan? I mean, if the weather conditions are changing, so who's going to lead the team? Who's going to make the decisions? Who's going to take the decisions? What if the rest, the crew, don't listen to the leader? So what if someone gets sick? So who can replace him or her? So even if you are not a sailor, I think those type of questions sound very similar to your business life and very familiar to you. So those are the interactions, the relations, the know-how transfer you can do from your hobbies to your business life. And unfortunately, I am choosing all those challenging hobbies in order to improve, fortunately or unfortunately, to improve myself, to learn, and because I cannot choose one of these and go deep inside in one, I think there are lots of other things, other hobbies to do, so why should I just stuck on one and do just one? Next time, I don't know where to go. This is the acrobacy flight I've done last year for the team members in my company. Yeah, this I think is what I want to talk about. You can choose sailing or flying, so I'm a pilot as well, by the way. Needless to say, I like it, but you can choose another one, like golf, calm, easy, relaxing. I can't imagine a better closing remark said by my hero, Steve Jobs. Of course, stay hungry, stay foolish. Thank you.